First of all, let me add my congratulations to everybody else's. You are now alumni of Champlain College. Protect your college. Most, if not all of you, have earned your degree by doing something else as well. As Julie expressed, you've learned to bob and weave. I like to think you've had a class in juggling. A number of you, of course, are first in your family to graduate from college, and you deserve a special congratulations. I like to measure accomplishment in terms of distance traveled. You have traveled more distance than many to get your degree, and that demonstrates your commitment to the goal and the grit and discipline in reaching it. And that's awesome. It'll carry you far. In order to get your degree, you gain knowledge in whatever specialty you majored in and demonstrated your mastery of it through examination, project, and written work. But most important, you've also gained and added many new skills that weren't necessarily listed in the course descriptions. But in the long run, many of these are more important than the degree itself, including that skill of bobbing and weaving. These are not the what skills of the topics you've studied, but the how skills that enable you to get things done. I'm talking about what educators call 21st century skills. They can be divided into three broad categories. Number one is, of course, the learning and innovation, the creativity, the critical thinking, problem solving, communications and collaboration. That's all about learning how to learn. And then number two is digital literacy. That includes information literacy, media literacy, and then the literacy of understanding communications technology, which is changing daily. It is truly learning a new language again and again. The third is career and life skills. That's including how to be flexible and adaptable, that learning how to juggle and bob and weave, how to develop initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural skills, which are particularly valuable these days. That's emotional intelligence, if you will, along with understanding things like productivity and accountability, leadership and responsibility. At Stanford University, the most popular course is called Designing Your Life. There's no credit to that course. That's why it's interesting that it's the most popular course. But it's about these 21st century skills. It's also a TED Talk, if you want to look at it. Most of you have learned many of these skills in your early schooling, as well as jobs and life experiences. You never stop learning, of course. You have to keep learning because change in technology is accelerating. It's changing faster, which in turn leads to changes in social behavior, as we are observing every day. We live in a more challenging and complicated world. Each of you has more access to knowledge than anyone before you in history. Think about it. You have more power to do things for good or bad. Please use it well. Part of what has kept you going is having a purpose and a passion. Maybe it's family, maybe it's sport, helping others, or starting a business. I'm fortunate to have several passions. One of them is helping kids learn and developing their passions. Last week, I returned from a first robotics competition. There were 45,000 kids playing this sport, if you will, at Cobo Hall in Detroit. FIRST is an acronym, F-I-R-S-T. It stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. But it's about much more than that. It's my favorite not-for-profit. It's a high school sport where teams of students have 6 weeks to design and build a 120-pound robot from scratch that can perform unique tasks in a competition with others. It's an open design. They're not the same. But the game is designed so that in order to win, you periodically have to help your opponent. It's a form of game theory. It's not just a competition, it's a co-opetition. You can't win by making your opponent lose. You have to win by skillful collaboration and doing the tasks better. You learn technology without knowing it. It's the way you win. There are mentors on every team to help. Some teams have groups within that team, other kids, that simply go out and do help other teams. They mentor, they inspire, and of course, they learn as they are teaching. You don't play alone. You play in an alliance of 3 teams. Your opponent in one match may be your partner in the next match, so you don't want to kill that competitor. That's the concept of co-opetition. You may know the saying, you become what you celebrate. It's what we're doing here today. Well, first, it's a genius at celebrating. It's a wonderful opportunity to express and demonstrate your values. There are lots of awards, and celebrities come and meet the players. With first, we're able to get astronauts, athletes, entertainers, CEOs, famous inventors. Many of the judges that are used in the sport, and we have lots of judges, are leaders in business, academia, and government. The first experience is about gracious professionalism. Yes, you learn about STEM and technology, but you also learn social and emotional skills, how to design and run a business, how to learn to lead, to negotiate. Sometimes your other members of your team are not people you like necessarily well. You learn how to work with them. Very valuable skill. And it's all about these 21st century skills. Like many sports, there are several levels from kindergarten to high school, ages 6 to 18. I should ask you, how many of you have a child between 6 and 18? You might want to Google First Robotics. It's a fabulous experience if you can get them into it, and there are a lot of schools around it. There are 600,000 kids involved worldwide. Why am I telling you about FIRST? Well, first of all, it's a microcosm of successful social organization. It's inspiring for both kids and the adults who help. And it's about changing culture. That supports great accomplishment, helping others, having grit, resourcefulness, and compassion. I get recharged whenever I participate. Does it work? Well, when we go to a city, we have lots of competitions, almost 3,000 competitions around the world. And then we have our Super Bowl. When we go to those major events, the hotels in those cities and the restaurant leaders tell us that unlike some other high school events, they don't have to bar the doors and windows. I'm thinking of sometimes the hockey championships. The kids are great. They're courteous. They talk to the people. That's what culture change is all about. You've earned that. More than that, there are over 200 colleges and universities in North America. And again, you mothers and fathers might want to take note of this. There are 200 colleges and universities in North America who want these kids in their schools so much that they offer over $80 million worth of scholarships just for having participated in the FIRST experience. It's a lot of work, but that's partly why the schools are interested. These schools know that these kids are both humble and confident. They are persistent, resilient, and entrepreneurial, all the skills that you've been talking about here. Your presence here indicates that you already possess most of these same qualities. At the risk of offering some probably unneeded advice, I have 6 suggestions for the next steps in your life. Number 1, continue to pursue your passion. Number 2, share what you care about. Pass it on. Number 3, stay curious. Number 4, inspire others. Inspiration is a marvelous attribute, especially the young. Be a mentor yourself. You probably already are. Keep at it. And finally, number 6, do good in the world. Thank you, and good luck.